Hey everybody, it's Jim. I'm back with another weekend grabs and reviews video for you. It has been some time since I did this. I think the last time I did one was in March. So I've got a couple of pretty good sized stacks here. Gonna run through. I got some Funkos that I picked up, and I want to show you some comics that I picked up as well. Some of these items I haven't seen yet. Some of them I've already posted videos for mail calls, so I'm just going to kind of run through these. There's so many. I'm hoping that this video won't be too long. I will try not to do that. First up is the Phantasm collection. This is an awesome, I believe out of print, not 100% sure about that yet. This is available at Best Buy still. I believe Amazon, you can't get this on Amazon, but if you want to see more of the unboxing of this, check out the other video that I did for that. Let's jump down to the other mail call that I got. This is the Full House collection. This is the UK release with all 4 movies. If you want to see this unboxing, check out a mail call video I did a while back to see that as well. Like I said, some of these I haven't even seen yet. Some of these I've picked up were upgrades from DVD to Blu-ray. So I'm just going to run through these. This one I thought that I had on DVD and I did not, so I picked this up actually just today for $3.99 with the nice slip. Transformers, this is the Age of Extinction with Mark Wahlberg. I actually saw the previews to the new Transformers with Mark Wahlberg. It looked pretty good, so when I saw this, I thought I'd better pick it up. Like I said, I don't have any of those movies. These next 3, you're going to be hating. Next 4, you're going to be hating. Next 5, you're going to be hating. But I don't care. Like I said before, I buy what I want to buy, and for some reason, I've got an itch to start getting a lot of the animated type things, the Disney, the Pixar type things. So if I see them with slip covers on them, I'm going to pick them up. So I've got Sing, Secret Life of Pets, which is on Netflix now, which is crazy. Disney Cinderella with the slip, Alice in Wonderland with Johnny Depp and a slip, and Storks. I picked that up fairly cheap, like $12.99 or something like that at Best Buy. So, like I said, I love horror, but don't be hating me if I pick up a Disney now and then, okay? Don't be judging me. Passengers, I have not seen this yet. I keep putting it aside. My wife wants to see it, and she works so much that we haven't had a chance to check this out yet. So I'm patiently waiting to watch this one. And I've noticed, and you tell me if you have the same situation, I buy so much with every intent of watching some of these, and I never do. I've got boxes and boxes and shelves of movies that I've never even seen, so I need to do better at that. So I'm definitely going to watch Passengers. Dolph Lundgren, Don't Kill It. This is a kind of a cool take. This is about Dolph Lundgren is a demon chaser, and what happens is, if you haven't seen it, definitely check out the trailer. It explains it much better than I'm going to. But once the possession takes over, if you kill it, it goes into the person that killed it. So it's just a terrible cycle that keeps going on and on. So Dolph Lundgren's there to trap it and dispose of it correctly without killing it, so it doesn't go into people over and over and over. It wasn't bad. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Dolph Lundgren is kind of hacky in it, but for what it was, pretty good movie. USS Indianapolis with Nicolas Cage. Nice slip on this one as well. I know of the story of the USS Indianapolis, but I didn't know the whole story. It's pretty heart-wrenching, and it's absolutely based on a true story about the ship that goes down after delivering the atomic bomb, and what happened to most of the crewmen and the actual captain as well. So if you're a history buff, you'll really enjoy this. Nicolas Cage does a pretty good job in it. He's Nicolas Cage like he is in all his movies, but all in all, it's a great movie. I finally picked up Doctor Strange, and I'm such a huge Marvel fan. I don't know why it took me so long to pick this up. I never even saw this in theaters. It was one of those that I didn't think I was really going to get into, so I didn't even go to the theaters to see it. But when I picked up this 3D version, it's got the plastic case, and you can see it's kind of clear right there. And then when you slide the DVD inside, it kind of gives you the picture behind. It's a really cool version of it. Like I said, the movie, not so much. I really didn't care for the Doctor Strange movie. One of these is a blast from the past for me. I loved this movie when I was growing up, and it's Band of the Hand on Blu-ray. The DVD is pretty expensive for this, which I do not have. If I ever see it, I'm still going to pick it up just so I can say I have it. But this is a great movie. It's about a bunch of troubled kids, And this is the original artwork that you might remember. It's about a bunch of kids, grow up in the city that are always in trouble and stuff, and they kind of send them out to teach them how to be basically extreme Boy Scouts. So they teach them how to handle weapons, how to survive in the jungle and things like that. And they turn into an elite group of soldiers, basically. And they go back and they want to build a house that other street kids can feel comfortable going to, and it gets attacked by the local drug cartel that doesn't want the streets cleaned up. It's their neighborhood and they want to keep it that way. But Band of the Hand is definitely a great 80s action film. Salvation. This is starring Mads Mikkelsen from Hannibal. He's been in a ton of things, but that's probably what most people know him from. This is quickly became one of my favorite Western movies. If you haven't seen this, definitely check it out. For a while it was on heavy rotation on HBO, but definitely check this out. It's so good. It's just about him and his brother trying to get out of town after Mad's family is killed, and things just go from bad to worse for him and his brother. And it's just about vengeance and getting redemption, and then hopefully some salvation after that. But this is definitely a movie to see. If you haven't seen this, definitely check that out. Another Western that I picked up is Brimstone. And this has, what's his name? Guy Pearce. So Guy Pearce plays a preacher that has rolled into town, and Dakota Fanning's character, she doesn't speak, and eventually it does a lot of flashbacks during the movie to tell you how their paths crossed in the past and who they actually are to each other. And it's a very strange movie. It's a very long movie, very well filmed, very well acted. It's just kind of a strange movie. Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, he's in it. But if you like Westerns and you like slow burns, which this one definitely is, because like I said, it kind of heats up and then it does a flashback and shows you what happened in the past. But it's to build the characters. It's not to distract you from the movie or to make it longer or whatever. But a lot of character building in this, kind of a slow burn. Definitely one I would check out. This is an upgrade for me. I had the Blu-ray already, but I went ahead and picked this up because it has the nice slip on it. Monster Trucks with the nice slip, and it has the throwback, the really cool homage to the 80s picture there. So it's a different picture than on the slipcover. I love it when they do that, and slowly the slipcover is being harder and harder to find. So this is pretty much a kid's movie, to be honest with you. When I watched this, it kind of reminded me of E.T. So this sort of alien thing that it comes to the Earth's surface and climbs in this guy's truck for safety to hide, and the guy kind of figures it out and figures out that this thing can move his truck for him and all that. And then you have the scientists and the people that want to cash in off of this alien. So it's just a fight to see who can possess this alien, and if this guy can get him back home before the scientists get a hold of him. Pretty good family movie. I would definitely watch that again. Once again, that's Monster Trucks. Here's another one. It's Oz the Great and Powerful, that you can go ahead and judge me on if you feel like it. So I got that with a nice slip. I picked this up. I thought I had this, but I actually had Let the Right One In, which I think was like a French version or something. And this was the American version of it. Goes Let Me In. This stars, what's her name? Chloe Grace Moretz. She's from, oh my gosh, she's been in a lot of things. I think The Fifth Wave she was in recently. But this, I had to pick this up because it has the really cool slip, and it also has a graphic novel that comes with it. So definitely glad to have that. Like I said, it's pretty much an exact movie from Let the Right One In. Then I picked this up. It's Thor. I already have it, but I did not have the one with the slip cover, because this is the 3D version. I think only the 3D version had the slip on this one. I'm not sure. I think there might have been some exclusives that were just the Blu-ray, that I think you get Loki on it and things like that might not have been a 3D. But since I didn't have a slip on a Thor movie, I went ahead and picked that up. This one is from, is this a Eureka? Yeah. So this is a Eureka release of Fright Night. So this is an absolutely fantastic version. If you don't have Fright Night on Blu-ray, this is the one to get. This is a beautiful transfer. It looks awesome. You have to get it from Eureka, but it also has a documentary called You're So Cool, Brewster. It's a 146-minute documentary that talks to all the stars and about the movie and Tom Holland, creating it and all that. This is definitely one to pick up. And it's a very nice, very well put together package too. We got Michael Sarandon. You got the two versions. And I'll give you the whole picture here. It just has the whole picture of Michael Sarandon there, which is so awesome. But like I say, the transfer on this is beautiful. And the documentary on here is well worth the price of this. Definitely. Everybody's seen Fright Night. You know what it's about already. Definitely pick up this version just for the documentary, if nothing else. I picked this up because I thought I had it. And there's a new release from Arrow Video that I thought about getting. And then I'm like, I don't even remember this movie. I don't know if I like it. So I went back to watch it and I couldn't find it. So evidently obviously I didn't have it. So I found the 10th anniversary out, found it for cheap. So I picked it up. I haven't watched it again. I got Frank standing there in the background. To even know if I like it, I don't really remember. Like I said, this is the 10th anniversary. It's got a great packaging on this one as well. A lot of discs. Like I said, it's the 10th anniversary. So I definitely need to go back and watch this. I may still pick up the Arrow Video because it's such a beautiful looking collection. But it just kind of depends on if I get into it or not with that. Then I picked up Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Saw this in the theaters. I really, really liked it. This comes with the little graphic novel as well called Everybody Talks. It's just like a little storybook. It's like a complete story of Jack Reacher. It has nothing to do with the actual movie. But that's a nice little addition to the package. I like that. Then I picked up Rogue One. And I picked up the Walmart exclusive. It has the robot on the cover. Just because I like that version best. I really did. And, it's got the picture from the other Blu-ray release on the slip, or on the actual Blu-ray itself. So you get a nice little 2-for-1 there, different slip cover. Like I said, I love it when they do that. Then with the release of Split, they're talking so much about how Split and Unbreakable are linked, and then how the third in the trilogy, I believe it's going to be called Glass, is going to just like pull them all together. So once again, I went to watch Unbreakable. Don't know where it went, if I've never had it, if I just remember seeing it on TV or whatever. But I picked up Unbreakable on Blu-ray. This is the Vista Series collection. It's a really nice fold out with Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson. I bought this brand new. It was still wrapped. And here's the pisser. The booklet wasn't in it. Yeah. It's supposed to be right here. Like, I'll get the booklet now. Oh, look, there's no booklet. Brand new. At any rate, Unbreakable is a great movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. I would suggest watching this before you watch Split. I haven't seen Split yet, but I know the links to the two movies, and you definitely should watch this again before you see it. And this is a really good movie. This is this is a story about, so Samuel L. Jackson's character he's got a disease. I can't remember what the disease is called, but he's very fragile. So that's why they call him Mr. Glass. You can just pretty much hit his arm on the desk and his arm will break. And then you got the polar opposite, which is Bruce Willis, which was in a complete train wreck, and he was the only survivor, not even a scratch. And so Samuel L. Jackson is just kind of studying him and trying to figure out how he works. And basically he spent his whole life trying to find somebody that was like Bruce Willis, a true superhero type. So definitely need to check that out. Again, if you haven't, and if you have seen it, go back and revisit it, and then actually watch Split. Now this one, if you've noticed in the thumbnail, I don't know if anybody actually notices the thumbnails that I post or not. This movie was in there, and I have to go ahead, and before I get called out on it, I'm just going to say myself that, yes, I bought Magic Mike. Now before you stop the video and go to the next thing, I bought it for a friend. She's going through some knee surgery recovery. She's off work. And I know she likes the movie Magic Mike, so I bought this. And then I saw the Magic Mike and Magic Mike 2 combo pack, so I ended up buying that for her. So I'm stuck with this, and it was in with the other movies when I took the picture for the thumbnail. I've never watched it. I don't intend to watch it. So there you go. Then we have Charles Band's The Creeps. It's like little pint-sized monsters there. You see Dracula and the werewolf and Frankenstein. I haven't watched this yet, but definitely looking forward to seeing that. It looks like a hoot. Charles Band, I mean, Full Moon, what are you going to do? It's got to be cheesy goodness. Speaking of cheesy goodness, Viva Knievel. Now, if you're old school like me, you'll probably remember this. This is about a 1971-72 movie. They were cashing in on Evel Knievel's popularity back then, and he just stars in his own action-adventure movie. He's not a very good actor. He's a pretty good motorcycle stunt driver, although he's broken every bone in his body multiple times. This movie also has, Leslie Nielsen, Gene Kelly, Lauren Hutton, Red Buttons. So it had everybody that you needed in it to make it a hit, but it really wasn't. And if you're not familiar with Evel Knievel, he was a stunt driver back in the day. I can remember watching Wide World of Sports, watching him jump over school buses and things like that, and then in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace, jumping over the fountains and things like that. And I think most people just watched his riding and his stunts just to see if he was going to wipe out and break something. So can't wait to see this. I went back and watched the trailer. I do remember seeing this back in the day, but we'll see if it stands up when I get to sit down and actually watch the whole thing. Night of the Twisters. This is still sealed. I caught half-price books slipping when I got this for $5. This sells, I can get $20 for this all day long. So it's a horrible movie, but it's sealed. And I've thought a couple of times about opening it up and watching it again, but I just don't know if I will or not. I kind of like the way it looks right now. It's got John Snyder and Devon Sawa in it. So yeah, it's not the best movie in the world, but still sealed. Pretty good deal. Killer Tomatoes Eat France. I watched that. Then I picked up Sleepwalkers, which is a great campy werewolf movie. Kind of werewolf. I guess they're more like cats. I don't even know if they're werewolves. You can kind of see what he turns into down there. This is off of a Stephen King book or a short story or something. But I remember seeing this before, and I absolutely loved it. I love the campiness of it. And the story wasn't bad either. So that's Sleepwalkers on DVD. I got a guilty pleasure here, Wolves, with Jason Momoa. You can say what you want about Jason Momoa. I think he's great. The practical effects in this, if you can see that wolf down in the corner, the practical effects in this are really, really good. I've watched this a couple of times now, and I love this movie. Say what you want, but Jason Momoa pulled that one off. Witch House. I don't remember this. I feel like I've seen it before. This is an old one. This is another full moon movie. Yeah. I really don't know if I've seen this or not, to be honest with you. I'm sure it stinks. But with that cover, and it's a full moon, you almost have to pick it up. It's like in most states, you're legally required to pick that up if you see it. Then, a fun movie starring John Ritter and Pam Dawber. Stay tuned. This is about a guy that gets sucked into a satellite. Back in the day when you had satellite TV, it was a huge dish about the size of a Volkswagen that would sit in your yard, and you would get cable that way. And so this story is about one of these satellite dishes that I believe the devil had something to do with. And he just kind of pulled this couple into it, and he runs them through a series of TV shows where they're actually input in the TV shows. And let's see if I can show you here, like this one here, the top one there. John Ritter gets pulled into Wayne's World, and Garth and Wayne are zombies. Then there's a couple of others inside here. They get pulled into their cartoon characters as mice. Then he's a detective. It's just different scenarios for TV shows, and if they get out of every scenario, they have a chance to actually get free. But it's just a fun movie. I remember it from back in the day, and actually it does stand up pretty good. It was darn good. Okay, so I blasted through all the movies pretty quick. I just want to give you throw out a bunch of titles real quick that I got over the Free Comic Book Day. So that was last Saturday, I believe. But there's just a whole bunch. If you went to your local comic book store, there was just a whole bunch of different titles that you could get for Free Comic Book Day. The place was absolutely packed. Riverdale, X-O Man-O-War, The Tick. There's that Secret Empire that just started. Guardians of the Galaxy, of course. I Hate Image, which is hilarious. There's a section in here about The Walking Dead that's hilarious. And Wonder Woman. So all those were free on Free Comic Book Day. And while I was in there, I actually got lucky enough to pick up Namwolf. So this is the new title that I've been checking out. It's from the Albatross Comics. And it's got a really nice, thicker stock for the cover. The artwork is kind of different. Let me see if I can find where the actual wolf is. This young kid, he goes into the army, and his dad's like, "Oh, son, I really don't want you to go. You know, there's things we need to talk about." And he's like, "I got to go serve my country, Dad." And so as he gets on the bus, this woman says, "Don't worry, sir, I'll pray for your son." And the dad says, "Don't pray for my son, pray for the enemy." And then he gets over to Vietnam, and things start feeling funny to him, and he starts to turn into the Namwolf. So this is the kind of artwork that you get in Namwolf. It's been a pretty good story. I'm definitely going to check it out a little bit more. And it's a great cover here. There's a couple of different covers. And this was the only one they had left. So I definitely was happy to pick that up. Now I got a load of pops to go through. I'm going to try to go through them quick. During Free Comic Book Day, the comic book shop that I go to, Downtown Comics, they had the exclusive PX. It's the previews exclusive with the gold and white Iron Fist, which I'm loving. It's awesome. I picked up Black Bolt as well. And this is not the silver. It's the blue and black. So it's not rare or anything like that. From the New York Comic Con, it's limited to 200 pieces. Or 2,000 pieces. I got this off of the Funko website. This is Bubby Bear from the Hair Bear Bunch. If you're old school like me, you definitely know who that is. From Funko also, these are limited to 8,000. You got Pebbles and Bam Bam. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome. This is also from the Funko. This is a 2017 Spring Collection exclusive. Michigan J. Frog. That is sweet as well. Then we got the Yogi Bear collection. This was from the Funko website, limited to 5,000 pieces. You got Yogi, Boo Boo, and Ranger Smith. Very nice, very nice. And I will say that Funko, when they send these out, when you order these off of their website, they're not messing around. They pack them well, and I haven't received one yet that has had any damage to it. There's a peppermint patty I picked up also. It's an exclusive. And then these two I just picked up in the store because I love Twin Peaks so much. Hated the way it ended, so I got high hopes for the new series when it starts. I got Dale Cooper with his cup of coffee, which if you know anything about Twin Peaks, he loves his coffee. And then I got Laura Palmer, all wrapped up in the plastic, dead, right there. And my point to Funko, the way they pack things up on Funko, is I ordered from a company called Box Lunch. I think they're affiliated with Hot Topic. But when I received this, I was not really happy. The box itself isn't creased or damaged, but it's got horrible waves in it. So, on my unboxing, I tried to show this, and the side of the box just does this on both sides. And so, in the video, I said that most companies only will replace it if the pop itself is destroyed. They don't do anything if the box is messed up. So I reached out to them, and of course, that's what they said. So, but I will say that everything I've ever ordered from the Funko website has been packaged correctly and in beautiful shape, because they know that these are going to collectors that not only want the pop, they want the box in great shape. So that's what you get when you order from Funko. Great job, Funko. Alright guys, I think that's it. Thanks for staying with me through this whole thing. I apologize for it being about I don't know what's it been, 6 weeks since my last update, so that's why so much stuff. But, and I don't know if I've ever showed this before, but since it's right here in my line of vision, I'll go ahead and show you this. This is the Lucille Bat AMC Lucille bat. Very sweet with the barbited wire. Barbited. And the barbed wire is actually plastic as well. The bat's plastic. But it looks awesome. Absolutely love it. But anyway, guys, if you're a subscriber, thank you so much. Thanks for subscribing and being a long-time subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. And you'll be notified if you hit the little alarm bell when I upload a new video. And you can get great videos like this and others. So for right now, I guess that's it. And I got to go. Because that's all I got for you.